So, a black Captain America, huh?
Damn right. We built this country. Bled for it. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Not after what everybody before me went through.
So much for tuning in to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews super duper edition. Yes. Guys, before we get started, please let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how I'm looking. Let me know if I am crisp. Please, please, please let me know if I am clear. I would really, really appreciate it. And guys, I got to be honest with you. I love you guys, but I feel that you let me down because last Sunday, when I was asking, am I crisp, am I clear? I was trying to play some music on the intro and it wasn't working, and my sound effects wasn't working either. It sounded good in here, but it did not sound good on the playback. And I was like, oh my gosh, I let everybody down. I'm not really mad at you guys. I'm just joking. But honestly, though, if I'm playing some music, if I'm playing a sound effect and it sounds kind of janky, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know. We family here. I love you guys. I couldn't do this without you. And so I want to give you guys the best show as possible. I do see right now that we have 28 people watching. What's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for being here. Hopefully, we have 28 people or 28 thumbs up. Y'all are coming all over the place. We got some people on Twitter. We got some YouTube. We got some Twitch. Not many on Facebook yet, but that's all right. I'm still not giving up about getting my Facebook back. But guys, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, PlayStation, Atari, Sega Genesis, whatever, give your boy a thumbs up. I would really, really, really appreciate it. If you are curious on what we're going to be talking today for this episode of Super Duper, links is in the description, of course. And we're going to be getting to all that. I think it's about 7 topics. And I'm excited for, I'm going to say all of them except for one. One of them I am pretty curious. And I can't wait to get you guys' opinion on that. But before we get started as well, hopefully you relax right now. Let me know what you're drinking on. Let me know what you're sipping on. What are your libations? Okay. Whether you're in the bed, on the couch, you in the recliner, you at work, you on the road, you in the tub, jacuzzi, pool, roof, wherever you at, hopefully you are relaxed. You got your feet kicked up and you are just ready to get all of this super duper, this superhero comic book news out and chop it up with your boy. You know, I'm excited. Hopefully you are excited too. As you can see, I'm very, very tongue-tied. Let me go ahead and shout out you lovely people. We got Soda Soto in the building. What's going on, Soda Soto? What's up, B. Avery and JMO fam? What's crack-a-lacking? Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. We have Sim Shard in the building. What's up, Brandon in the chat? Cheers to another super duper. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate that as well. We got Jimmy U in the building. What's up, Jimmy U? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you being here. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And who else do we have? Jumping the gun there. Jumping the gun. Jumping the gun. Shout out to Mama Avery. Oh, Mama Avery is here, waking up from that good old nap. What's up, Eugene Johnson? Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me know I'm sounding good. Mama Avery in the building. Love you so much, man. Love you so much. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you for being here. D Weave is in the building. What's up, D Weave? How you doing? How you doing? Also have AJ 2003. You sound great. What's up, my guy? What's going on? What's going on? And we have a super chat coming from Rabia. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it all the way back from the beginning where the money reside. You know,
where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. Okay, I'll tell you before you.
Thank you, Rabia, for the 199 super sticker or chat. I do appreciate it. There's another comment here. I don't want to miss it. Hopefully the hubby is doing well. Tell him I said hello. Tell him I said hello. Aisha K is in the building. What's going on? Tyra K is in the building. Hey, hey, hey. What's up? What's up? Just made it from seeing Furiosa. I love the film. My review for that will be up later on this evening. You on the roof. I love it. Don't fall off, though. Don't fall off. Screen favorites was good. It's okay. You're right on time. You're right on time. And Teflon Don, what it do? How you doing? JMO fam, thank you for being here. And hello, Mama Avery. So yeah, man, thank you guys for kicking it with your boy. I do appreciate it. Again, we got 7 topics. I have a guest that's going to be coming through shortly. Very, very excited about that as well. But Soto Soto, it's about that time. It is about that time, Soto Soto. I saw you in the chat. So I appreciate it. Please help me out so we can get this party started. We are waiting on Soto Soto. Yes, there we go. I love it. I love it. All right. Soto Soto said, let's go. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got to shout out John C. too. We got to shout out John C. What's good? What's good? But Soto Soto gave me the green light. So I guess it's time to get this party started. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is super duper number 49.
I'm Batman. I am Iron Man.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thank y'all so much again for being here. Again, this is super duper number 49. If you're curious on everything that we will be discussing today, link is in the description box below. And what are we going to be talking about? 7 topics, like I said. The first one, I don't know about this one, man, but the studio is feeling very confident. We're talking Kraven. They've moved the film from October to December. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? We're definitely going to be talking about that. I have never heard of this next character right here called what is it? Blonde Phantom. She looks kind of goofy, you know, but hey, that may be a great thing. I'm silly and goofy myself, but you know, we're gonna learn about this character right here that I've never heard of, like I said. Topic number 3, Marvel is doing some rebranding with their television series. I think this is good too. You know, they feeling like, actually, I'm not going to spoil it. We can talk about that later as well. Hawkeye season 2 is on the horizon as well. I like the first season. A lot of people didn't. I'm in the minority, but, you know, I like Kate Bishop. I like Clint Barton. Shout out to Jeremy Renner. I'm glad that he is okay from his accident from January of last year. So hopefully this pops off quite nice as well. I also like WandaVision with Vision coming back. They keep announcing this like they canceled it, but it looks like this is going to be coming through in 2026. We're going to be getting into the details of that as well. My most anticipated film of this year is Deadpool and Wolverine. Tickets just went on sale this past Monday, but they are already breaking box office records. With this being a rated R film as well, how much will it make? We're definitely going to be talking about that box office. And then last but not least, seems like we have a writer now for the X-Men live action series. Are you excited about the choice? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? Tell us, tell me, tell everybody, tell all your friends, all of that good stuff. I think it's I'll reserve my judgment to actually get to that topic. If you are interested in an audio only version of the show, there's a link to that in the description box as well with buzzsprout.com. I am on all of these platforms right here: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, and as well as SoundCloud. When the show concludes, I will be adding timestamps for each topic, and also a few minutes after that, I will be providing you guys an audio only version, so you can go ahead and get your download on and all that good stuff. And so I do need your help. Ron Burgundy, please, please, please let me know what you can do for me. I need your help, sir.
If I'm gonna do this, I'll need my news team at my side. News team, assemble! News team, assemble!
Thank you, Ron. I do appreciate it. Always coming through in the clutch. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get to the first topic of the day.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Actually, before we can do that, I got to bring in my guest. Very, very excited to bring this gentleman on. Super duper duper cool, like real talk. And guys, when I say this man is like literally one of the biggest people on YouTube, he literally is one of the biggest people on YouTube. And he just doesn't cover any random stuff. He's like a super duper expert. I keep saying super duper on all comic book material. especially Marvel. I mean, this guy drops videos daily, long videos, short videos. He does lives. I mean, I really did enjoy X-Men 97 that just debuted on Disney Plus. This man would actually wake up at 2 in the morning or however he's in Mountain Time and have a pre-show, a watch along, and then an after show, like just 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I would check him out and give my little 2 cents as well. But I'm really, really excited to bring him on. But again, with him being one of the biggest people on YouTube, you probably already heard of him. But for the first time on my channel, coming to the stage.
Come again. Let's fucking go.
Yes, it's Mr. Warren with the Cosmic Wonder, man. What's going on, my guy? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm great, man. It's not Hugh Jackman. Sorry, everybody. I'm like watching. I'm just like sitting here mesmerized by Wolverine. I'm like, it's like welcome. I'm like, oh, sorry, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm not Hugh Jackman, but I guess I feel that way every day. But thanks, man. That was a very generous introduction you gave me. I super appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh man, you definitely deserve it, man. All of the work that you put in on your channel over there, man. You work really hard, so you deserve all the accolades, man. Like I was saying, dropping videos daily, not just one video, but multiple videos.
Yeah, sometimes we do too. Like the past couple of days, we'll plan a video out, and then it's like, oh wait, hey, they hired an X-Men writer. Oh, we have to do that, right? So it's kind of just, we try to really be quick when we keep people up to date with things. So
I really do appreciate it, man. I check them out when I can. I was on my little walking pad right here on my lunch break, trying to get my steps in, and I had 2 of your videos playing as well. And so, and you're always like really fresh with the news too. Like as soon as something drops, like you're one of the first people to put it out there. And you talk about you're not Hugh Jackman. You kind of favor him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And I know you got the claws over there. Hopefully you can pop them out.
I'll grab them. Yeah.
It'll work. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Warren with the Cosmic Wonder. I was blessed to be able to meet him actually in person last year at the what was it, the Ant-Man
Mania,
the red carpet, and super cool dude, man. And again, Warren, with the size of my channel and your channel, I really do appreciate you spending your evening with me this evening to talk this superhero comic book news. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here, so thank you. Guys, there is a link to his information in the description box below. And also, this is what his channel looks like right here. Go ahead and give him a subscription. The man is like right there, close to 1 million subscribers. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be partying like it's 1999 when he gets that benchmark. And so, again, man, thank you so much. And I do appreciate it.
Of course, man. No, I have to say though, like you're making me look bad. Like your lives are amazing. Like all that you put in a lot of work to these, I can tell. Like everything, like the way, even just how it looks right now, like the setup looks fantastic. All the clips you play, everything like that, like really, like truly entertaining for real. Like I got to give you your credit for that because you make me look bad there.
I wouldn't say all of that, man. I appreciate it. I try to do what I can, and we're using StreamYard today. I was trying to get vMix ready, which is you can stream and record in 4K. But the experience it works fine when I'm by myself, but for the guests, the experience sucks. And I was like, I cannot bring in a guest until this is fixed. And so hopefully it's fixed next Monday. But we're here now. I'm ready to talk about this,
all right,
news, man. And so I know we're all excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. That's obvious. That is obvious. But Warren, there is another film that's coming out. It got moved from August or October to July. I know you're looking more forward to this than you are Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ooh.
Sony Pictures, man, they just be dropping them gems with their releases. Their Spider-Man universe is
I
like
mean,
the best in the world.
Scorsese's like, this is what cinema is, right?
Guys, it's in film school. We're just serious. No, I'm joking. But guys, this is topic number 1 coming from comicbookmovie.com. And they say Kraven the Hunter producer reveals surprising reason Sony's latest Marvel movie was pushed to December. I don't know. When I first heard this, I thought, Warren, that they didn't have faith in the film, but apparently that's not the case. So let's see what they're talking about. Following the news that Kraven the Hunter has been pushed back to December after originally being scheduled for an October 23rd release, one of the movie's producers has shared the reason for the delay. And actually, but before we get into that, man, just your 2 cents. How are you feeling about the Sony Spider-Man Let universe? Is it the best? Is it the worst? Is it somewhere in the middle? Because honestly, I thought the first Venom movie was not that bad. Venom 2 sucked. Madam Web was trash. Where are you at on that?
You know, I think Venom is really the only thing they've ever had going for them. And it's kind of funny the way you stated that. You're like, I didn't think Venom 1 was that bad. Which is, you didn't say like, I thought Venom 1 was amazing, right? And I actually did like Venom 1. I didn't mind Venom 2. I was entertained. I'm not saying it was like a great movie. I was entertained. But everything else that they've done, I've just kind of been like, this is not like, it's not good. And then I will specifically say all of the stuff Dakota Johnson said about Sony was like super revealing about how they view not only their franchise, but also the audience that views their franchise. It just seems like they just have like no idea what we want, what people want. And they just don't seem like they know what they're doing. Yo, woof woof, Aaron. I see that pop up in the chat there. I want to acknowledge it. But yeah. I just don't, I feel like Sony there's just such a disconnect.
Yeah.
And if the same people continue to make the movies, it just will fail over and over and over again. And with Kraven, I think the surprise was like whatever that title was, right? The surprising reason. I think the surprise is honestly to me is that they think that we're gonna buy the reason that they said that they're moving it. I don't buy it, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. But overall, the state of Sony, I've said this in a few videos, they're just making movies to fulfill their contract obligation to maintain the character rights. They're not really putting a lot of effort into them right now. At least it's how I view it. Of course, I'm not there. I'm not in the studio, right? I'm nobody to Sony. But that's how I view it because they're not good. And the trailers for Madam Web were super misleading. So I'm like, I don't have any faith, just to be perfectly honest. After Venom 3, which like we don't even know how that's going to be, but after that, I don't really have faith. I will say Kraven did look pretty entertaining. At least it looked cool in the trailer, but just based on their track record, I don't have faith.
Same here, man. Same here. So now it didn't have any competition in its first release date, but now it's going up against Lord of the Rings, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Mufasa. And they're just slitting their own wrist, in my opinion. But the producer Max Tolman, he said this is what he said right here. Kraven moved to Christmas because we're excited about it, and Christmas is the best release period there is when you get people with time to go back to the movies over and over again. That was a real reflection of how the studio felt about the movie, he adds. We're really excited, but that's a great move that reflects just the feeling about this movie. I think.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course, go ahead.
I feel like whenever you have to clarify that something was a real reaction, it wasn't a real reaction, but that's whatever.
I agree. I think there was something unique about this character and something grounded. Aaron Taylor Johnson recently said of what drew him to the role. We've all had enough of seeing certain studio films, a certain kind of pop culture, where they're churning out stuff that dilutes wanting to go to the cinema. I wouldn't have signed onto it if I felt there wasn't something to really bring to life with this character. Taking on a Sony/Marvel movie is a different challenge altogether, he added. There's a story, there's the character, the role. That's one thing. But then you also step into a world where you're dealing with a studio and a franchise or possible franchises. So though, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So they're rolling the dice on me in a sense, which is a lovely thing. But you got to appease the studio, please the audience, and do what's dignified for you as an actor. I find all of that super challenging. And this has been directed by J.C. Chander, who I think I saw a couple of his films. But again, like you, man, this doesn't give me any faith at all. You know, I don't know. I really wish I could have been in that pitch meeting with Aaron Taylor Johnson on what they promised him and
Yeah,
what this possibly looked like. But this, I'm not saying I want it to fail, but I definitely wouldn't care if it did. You know, if it does fail, which it may, because the trailers didn't look horrible. You know, that increases the chance of the rights eventually going back to Marvel Disney. But do these comments make you feel any type of way, my guy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually am not sorry. I just don't buy into any of it. I really don't. I think it's been changed so much. I think, you know, I don't think they have a lot of faith in the movie, to be perfectly honest. I don't really know what they're doing with this release change. Like you said, it was uncontested before. Like there was no competition.
Right.
It's got some like, dude, a Lord of the Rings movie.
Right.
Like, and then like, I don't care what people think of like the Sonic movies, whether they think they're fantastic or not. Like people actually do love them though. Like there's a big audience for these Sonic movies, right? And they're gonna have I think they're gonna get crushed. One, because Kraven is not, this is the biggest mistake I think Sony makes. They think that these other sub Spider-Man characters are like the same level of fame as Spider-Man. Like people don't really know who Kraven is. If you're not really in that comic fandom, you probably don't know who Kraven is. Whereas like everybody knows who Spider-Man is, even if you don't read comics, even if you never watch the show, right? You've seen Tobey Maguire Spider-Man somewhere. You've seen Superman. You've seen Batman. Like that's not the deal with Kraven, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. My biggest thing, honestly, is like I don't know what they're pitching to these actors, because Dakota Johnson almost made it sound like she thought she was going to be in the MCU. Same thing with Sydney Sweeney.
Mhm.
So I feel really bad because I actually really like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Me too. Me too.
I don't want the movie to fail because I don't wish bad ill upon anybody, but it's kind of like you said, I kind of do, because I think eventually if Sony just has fail after fail after fail, maybe they won't give the rights back to Marvel, but they'll license them to them like they did Spider-Man, and then they could all just be in the MCU. Like,
yeah, you know, they had three stingers in a row: Venom 2, Madam Web, and Morbius. Were all not good. So if Kraven and Venom 3 fails, that's 5 in a row.
Yeah,
they won't just give it away, of course, but
no,
sell it for cheap, or you know, sell it for much cheaper now, or they'll just be forced to work. I don't understand why they just don't make all of these movies with Marvel, because when they do it with Tom Holland, it makes money and they're good.
Yeah,
they collaborate on every attempt. Everybody wins, but they want to do their own separate universe. I don't get it. So
you know, maybe I've thought this before. Maybe it's like, hey, we did Into the Spider-Verse. That was super successful. We can make a good Spider-Man-ish movie, but it's kind of like, man, the animators and the screenwriters really had a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I don't like know anybody there at Sony, like besides like the publicist people and stuff, right? I don't know the creators and stuff, but in my mind, or the executives, but in my mind, greed, you know, they don't want to give them away. But in my like imagination, really, I think like, do you know the story of like how we got Tom Holland Spider-Man? They were going to do the third Amazing Spider-Man, but then Kevin Feige met with Amy Pascal and he was like, it's not going to work. You're not going to make it work. You got to let us do it. And eventually, after being pissed off, she said, yeah. And I feel like Kevin Feige needs to step in again and be like, look, it's just not working at all with anything you're doing. Just let us do it and make the money from that.
Yeah. I'm still really annoyed that I don't know if this is true. Is it Tom Rothman, the big guy over at Sony?
Yeah.
It was like he wants to do another multiverse with Andrew and Toby, but Kevin wants to do a more grounded, you know, please go with the grounded route. That's how the last Spider-Man ended anyway, with him making his own suit. I was like, yes, but I think they have that clause where they have to have an MCU person in them in the film as well. I don't know. I'm frustrated about it. But hopefully they learn their lesson. We'll see. But they're really frustrating me right now.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah.
Too much pride. But guys, let us know in the chat whether you're watching this via live or on the replay. What you think about this move? If you think it's good, if you think it's bad, if you don't care at all, let us know in the comment section below. We are dying to know. Now, this next one here, I've never heard of this character before until I think yesterday or day before yesterday when the news dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, this is interesting. And there was also some speculation that Scarlett Johansson was, or I think I read that she was.
Yep, you're right. Yeah.
Before Iron Man 2. And when I first saw the news, I was like, what the hell? Nobody cares about this. I read a little through it and I was like, you know what? Why not? It's different. As long as it's good, the characters are great and it has a story. I mean, why not? I don't mind seeing the life of a secretary in the MCU because they do exist. But this is topic number 2, coming from Dark Horizon. And I don't think I've ever used that website before.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that either.
Oh, okay. They said Marvel plans Blonde Phantom TV series.
Yep.
Warren, have you ever heard of this character before? Did you read the comics?
I have. I can't say I super remember her, but she is not a well-known character. I have run into her in my comic reading, but that's because at one point in time, and she first appeared in 1940 something, and then I think it was 20 plus years later she came back. They kind of did a revival with her in She-Hulk, which is where I ran into her. But then as all this came out, I was like, all right, I kind of know her. Let me do my research. So I know about her now. It is interesting. It's an interesting choice, but it's funny because you can see how Scarlett Johansson playing Black Widow, the character is kind of similar, right? She's a spy type-ish girl, you know what I mean? And it's okay, maybe that's just kind of the whole route that Scarlett Johansson likes to go, and maybe that's just what she wants to make.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Daniel RPK, which I'm sure we've heard of a ton. Reports that the company is developing the TV series Blonde Phantom for Disney Plus. Said series is being described as a spy show set in the 50s and taking place in Las Vegas. That would be a nice to see in the MCU. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Excuse me. In addition, he says pop megastar Taylor Swift is being considered for the lead role. Okay? That's pretty smart if you're trying to get butts and seats, or
I mean, for sure,
to subscribe and all that. She's very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Follows on earlier rumors that Taylor Swift had formally met with Kevin Feige about a role in the MCU. Speculation has swirled for years that Swift will play the role of X-Men mutant Dazzler. I don't know if she may pop up in a couple of months, but Marvel has considered the Blonde Phantom character before. In fact, the Black Widow, like we said, actress Scarlett Johansson has said her initial meetings for what led to her part in Iron Man 2 was for multiple characters she could play with Scarlet Witch and Blonde Phantom cited as possibilities. The character in the comics is a secretary at the Mark Mason Detective Agency who moonlights as a glamorous mass hero and even has to save her boss at times. She's been linked with She-Hulk, like Warren said, and the Avengers at times. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a great costume she has on her face, too. I don't think
it's the classic, Clark Kent. Let me just put my hair in a little curl and no one will recognize who I am, right?
Exactly. Hey, why not? If they want to make this, more power to them. Can't lie and say I'm excited about it, but there are many other things in the Marvel encyclopedias that I would rather see before this. But maybe they can. I don't know. I think this is blowing smoke. Them talking about they want to cut down on content. I really don't see this being that. But
it's also very contradicting, like you just said. They said they're going to cut down on content, but then Bob Iger also said that they were going to start focusing on the main franchises again. This is like so the opposite of that. Like, so that's why it confused me at first. I was just kind of like, I guess kind of like you. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Maybe just to have Taylor Swift play the character because it's smart.
That is smart.
She's one of the like she's like when you think of like famous people, like she's above that. She's like a mega star. Like she's one of those like Madonnas, right? It's like the names that people are always gonna know. I mean, like you said, if you're trying to get people to watch, smart.
Yeah, this is true. That is the way to go. And so yeah, we'll see. Again, not too excited about it, but you know,
she does. The only thing I would say is she does eventually, like at some point in time, she teams up with like Nick Fury, and she's a part of like the 1940 Avengers or something like that. There's like an old school Avengers team, like before the real Avengers team, that she's a part of with Nick Fury, and I think Captain's on it as well, Captain America.
Yeah.
Maybe if they did something like that, it would be cool. You know, like going back in the past, you see a little bit of Nick Fury's past and stuff like that. You know, maybe give him a little bit redemption from Secret Invasion. Like, so
it started so great, ended horribly.
Oh, for sure.
Or what they could do is in another popular show, have her pop up as like a cameo. Man, you know, pay Taylor Swift whatever her fee is, have her pop up for 30, 60 seconds, not however long, 5 minutes, and see what the reaction is from fans. If everybody loses their mind, move forward. If nobody cares, okay, then it was just a cameo and no big deal, you know. And
yeah,
so, I don't know. Maybe they can go since Kevin Feige is watching this live. There you go, Kevin.
You're welcome.
There you go. But let us know in the comment section, guys. Did you read the comics, or is this your first time hearing about the character from our discussion? Does it pique your interest at all, or do you think it's nothing at all, just somebody blowing smoke? Let us know down in that comment section below, whether you're watching this via live in the replay, and there is a link in the description box below. Now, this next one here, Warren, I'm actually looking forward to. I really did enjoy this. Actually, wait a minute. I think I'm out of order. I am out of order. Let me. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I got my brain together now. I think this is a good idea because I don't want to speak for you. I can sometimes be in a bubble when it comes to movie entertainment, television, superhero, comic book stuff, just because I am passionate about something. You know, I may make the assumption that everybody in the world is, and everybody sees all the Marvel shows and all the Marvel movies that are caught up and stuff. But, you know, sometimes people's first introduction to the MCU was Infinity War or Endgame.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and they either enjoyed their stuff or didn't. Of course, if you've seen everything, you know, of course, you're going to get something more out of those big culminations. But I've also heard that a lot of people are turned off from the MCU. Like there's 52 shows and 79 movies. I gotta watch this. Right. A lot of people was confused in Doctor Strange too, because they didn't see the WandaVision show. And they're like, okay, what the hell is going on these kids? And so this may help with that. This is topic number 3 coming from Variety. Do they have the exclusive? No, they don't. But they say, why is Marvel rebranding its television shows to eliminate the pressure to watch absolutely everything? When Agatha All Along premieres on Disney Plus in September, the series will not open with the traditional Marvel Studios logo, as been with almost every previous series from Kevin Feige-led division since WandaVision in 2021. Instead, the company is rebranding and streaming efforts as Marvel Television for a live action series and Marvel Animation for its animated shows that was just X-Men 97. The rebrands are meant to help Marvel disabuse audience from the persuasive impression that its content is one unified narrative experience that must be consumed in its totality. There was a lot of pressure post Avengers Endgame on the public to feel obligated to watch absolutely everything in order to watch anything, says Brad Wunderbaum, Marvel's head streaming television and animation. Part of the rebranding was a signal to the general audience that we're creating a lot of options and you can follow your taste within this brand. Some will be more comedic, some will be more dramatic, some will be animated, and some will be live action. Marvel is more than just one thing. It's actually many different things, many different genres that happen to coexist in a single narrative. And so I like this one.
Mm.
I didn't 46 titles. That's a lot right there. The characters still live and breathe in the same universe, but the interconnectivity is not so rigid that you have to watch Project A to understand Project B. Wonderbaum says the hope is that, like the comics, you can just pop in anywhere and have a satisfying experience. I do agree with that. We're trying to dispel the idea that you need to do any type of or any kind of setup work to watch anything else. Again, Warren, I think this is a good idea. Nobody wants to be obligated to do homework. I mean, I know we don't feel that way, but everybody's not as passionate as we are. And so I give this 2 thumbs up right here. You think this is a good idea or it's the worst thing ever?
I think it's a great idea. You know, what's funny is, excuse me, what's funny is like 2 weeks ago, I play hockey in an adult league just for fun once a week. I played hockey my whole life. And so I started playing adult league just with some friends, and we're driving, and a bunch of us carpool just to hang out. And there's a new guy, it was actually the son of one of my buddies. He's like 26, 7, late 20s, I guess. And he's like, oh, like you do YouTube? I'm like, yeah. And I started talking about Marvel, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, I haven't watched anything since Endgame because there's so much. And I'm like, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot because there's a lot of movies, and now there's Disney Plus. And he's like, yeah, I just feel like I'm so behind.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, the casual fans are going to feel like that. Yeah, for sure. So I think this is a good part. But the only thing I'm kind of concerned about, I guess not concerned, but wondering is like, how exactly are you going to really market that? Right? Like, how are you going to get that point across to the general public?
True.
To make it really known, right? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to advertise? How are you going to say it? Because like you said, like with Multiverse of Madness, they didn't do a good job. They didn't really give any backstory, like you said, to like what happened in WandaVision. You had to watch WandaVision to really understand the Scarlet Witch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like in Echo, the first episode did a great job of kind of telling you what happened in Hawkeye. So you can tell they're very conscious about this now. They are taking the steps to like make it to where it's like, okay, you don't have to watch these other ones. But how are they going to get that point across, right? Because it's like, oh, that was the Marvel Spotlight banner. Originally was supposed to be, hey, you can just jump into this. Now they're saying you can do it anywhere. So it's like, okay, well, now is Marvel Spotlight like irrelevant, but they're keeping it. So it's I think it's all about finding a good way to convey this to the general populace.
You know, good point. The only thing I can think of is if they make a joke out of it. Like, I don't know, Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to see that, and so he can actually break the fourth wall and be like, right. Yeah, and this is coming out, and you don't have to see everything. Now, of course, that's not going to reach everybody, but
right.
The attempt. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I'm trying to think, like at the end of TV spots, sometime, you know, shot with IMAX cameras, or, you know,
something like that. Yeah.
But again, that's not going to reach a lot of people.
No, I think they'd have to do like a TV spot solely dedicated to it.
That was.
But what's kind of ironic is, Blonde Phantom can break the fourth wall.
Really? Okay.
It's partially because she's in She-Hulk.
Okay.
And She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. And so eventually she goes on to be, when she's like in her latter years, she goes on to be She-Hulk's assistant. And she breaks the fourth wall there too. So I'm like, if they do Blonde Phantom, she can do it. But I think they'd have to do a specific TV spot, kind of like a public service announcement. Like, hey guys, we know it's a lot. If you don't want to keep up with it all, you don't have to, because we're doing this now. I think it would have to be very like direct.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. And just real quick, since we brought it up, how did you feel about Echo and She-Hulk?
I didn't like She-Hulk. I liked Echo a lot more than I liked She-Hulk. The only thing I really have problems with is just these villains that are like classic iconic villains being defeated in kind of dumb ways. Mm-hmm. Right? Like the biggest travesty, I think, of the MCU is the defeat of Kang in Quantumania.
Yeah.
especially when you're like, ignore all the Jonathan Major stuff that happens after, right? If you are trying to set up your big bad and make him feel like he's the big bad, that's how you're gonna have him defeated in the movie. Like,
Yeah, I was really hoping that he was pulling a fast one. He was trying to make us feel like he was defeated.
right.
Right at the very end of the movie, where Paul Rudd was walking, like, oh my gosh, did he really escape? I was hoping that we got another scene of him just like, oh, they fell into my plan.
Right.
Kicking it, or doing something to let us know that he was tricking us, but that didn't happen. She-Hulk, I was really pissed off at the ending with Hulk getting a son. I did not want to see that. I want to see that eventually, but not now. Let's do Hulk justice before all of these derivative characters come through. That's just how I feel. Daredevil, I like Echo too, but
I mean, I didn't think it was like fantastic. Sorry, let me clarify that. But
I know I feel you. The ending of Echo just didn't measure up for me, and I thought they defeated Kingpin too easy. Kind of like,
right, exactly.
It's just like he's supposed to go up against Spider-Man eventually.
Exactly.
And yeah, but anyway.
And Daredevil again. So it's kind of just like, I mean, you've already defeated him twice. Why is he really something to be concerned about now? Right. It's just kind of like, but they said Feige before just didn't have enough time to be involved in every little thing. You know what I mean? So maybe now that's different since they're supposedly scaling back. I mean, I just did a video today that's like, I was talking about like 11 projects that are like talked about to be coming. And I'm just sitting there like, that's a lot to come out before Secret Wars. I thought they were scaling back. So I don't know, but yeah, just there was a lot I didn't like about She-Hulk, and I had some good times in She-Hulk, you know what I mean? But just like the story or the lack of story sometimes just wasn't it for me. Echo, I just have problems with how she defeated Kingpin. It really just ruined it for me because I'm tired of that. I want these villains, these iconic villains, to live up to their reputations from like the and then the whole Daredevil series. Like, what did we see from Kingpin there? Like, no way. Like, I get it, she's got some powers and stuff, but yeah. So She-Hulk wasn't for me. I liked Echo, but it could have been better.
Agreed. And guys, if you want to continue reading on the article, link is in the description. I don't want to just read the whole thing. There's a couple of other comments, but they just talk more about pulling back and not having 4 to 6 shows a year, but maybe 2 or 3 or something like that. And so we'll see, because they keep saying they're gonna pull back, but then again, they keep announcing stuff too. So
right. Yeah, it's like
when is it? Which one is it? But again, link is in the description, and let us know down in that comment section, whether you're watching live or via the replay, what you think about this. If you think it's a good idea, bad idea, let us know. Let us know. Let it snow. Being silly. All right, now we can move on to this next one. Right.
What you were excited about?
Yes, the one I was excited about. Because in my little circle of friends, there's only 1 or 2 of us that like the first season. Really? I don't think this was the best show out there, but I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I liked the beginning, middle, and end. I like Kate Bishop. I know a good friend of mine, he could not stand that Kingpin was defeated at the end, but I said they wrote it in a way that makes sense. He got hit by a car,
right? So exactly.
And plus, you had him in an enclosed area,
right?
And there was explosions and stuff, and so
and it's hard to argue with a gunshot to the face.
Right. My fault. I want to make sure. Let me get this. Actually, I'm gonna come back to that. Sorry, I mean to break the flow. But this is coming from Cosmic Book News.
Not me, by the way. Some people think that's me.
Oh, okay.
Same with the Cosmic Circus. Not me.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that one time. I did briefly, but
they're good people, but not me.
Hawkeye season 2 rumored to be happening. Jeremy Renner also returning along with Haley Steinfeld, who is now the best archer in the MCU. We will see. We will see. Kate Bishop replaced Jeremy Renner's Clayton Barton in the MCU in the first season, as it became known she is the best archer in the world. Though the ratings weren't good at all, it claimed a second season has been greenlit. I don't know. I mean, am I looking at this wrong? Because the ratings look pretty straight to me.
I thought it was a good show. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I really did. I mean, I really like Clint, and I like how they introduced Kate Bishop and everything. I actually thought that the first episode was like incredibly cool, how they like showed it in the past and how like the events of the Avengers affected her and like her family in that day and how it inspired her. Hawkeye, you know, like saving her and everything. I'm like, that's so cool. That's the kind of connectivity that I do want, right? So we're talking what we talked about before. Like, yeah, you don't have to watch everything, but like you said, it is a lot better to have watched everything.
Yes.
And like moments like that, I'm like, that's so cool. And you know, something I've been trying to do with these TV shows, with the Disney Plus shows going in, I'm just trying to enjoy myself now, have a good time. And I feel like Hawkeye was just a good time.
Yeah, man. I'm with you.
It was just a good time. I really did enjoy it.
My homeboy Lamont with Get a Life Games, we feel the exact same way about this show. And so
what, E-Man didn't like it or something?
Gotta ask him. E-Man, you watching out there? If so, let us know.
I don't think I've ever heard his thoughts on it. Yeah.
I didn't hate I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I didn't hate the show.
No, not at all.
I liked it, but this rumor is coming from My Time to Shine. Hello. They have a number of scoops and theories.
Actually, let me. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I was thinking. I thought somebody else originally announced that, but you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh no, you good. You good. You be getting it more than I do. They said it's been renewed for a second season, and Clint's brother Barney will play a major role. The season will be inspired by the raid with Kate and Clint stuck in one location.
Have you actually seen that movie?
What movie is that?
The Raid.
The Raid, like the Raid Redemption?
No, so it's a Indonesian film.
The martial arts movie.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're stuck in one location.
Yeah, is it called The Raid Redemption?
Yeah, one.
Oh, okay.
There's two, part 1 and part 2. One is called The Raid. Wait, The Raid and The Raid Redemption, I think, is part 1 and part 2. Like one Raid and the other one's called Raid Redemption.
Okay, I didn't see the second one, but the Raid was really good, and it reminds me of Dread.
Yes.
You know, yeah, sounds cool.
You're talking about come on, man, get out of the way.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Oh wait,
2011.
Yeah.
So did you? Okay, the first one is called The Raid.
Okay.
The second one is just called The Raid 2.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
14. But yes. Oh, if you haven't seen part 2, please.
I haven't seen part 2. No. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Put it on the list. But yeah, I didn't even think of that when they said in one location. But if it's going to be like that, hell yeah. I love the bow and arrow play in the season 1. I thought it was dope. They held the camera down when they was on the bridge. He shot.
Yeah.
Made it big. Like with the pim particles. Like
pim particle. Yeah, that was super cool.
How do you not like this stuff?
They had some really clever ideas in that.
They did. So me and Warren are in agreements. Go ahead.
No, just Haley Steinfeld, loved her as Kate. She was so likable.
Yes.
To me, I could get how some people might find it annoying, but her personality to me was like very likable. And I like how they brought Yelena in as well. It added that certain, suspense. I think Kingpin. It was a good show.
Yes. It was.
I don't ever judge anybody for not liking something or liking something, but I personally thought it was a really good show. Yeah.
I did too, man. And I'm glad that he's okay as well. No.
Oh gosh, man. I just saw an interview on Fallon, I think, and he also who was Michael Strahan, Good Morning America, talking to them, and I'm like, you know what, I remember like doing videos when I did like the first video. I was like, yo, Jeremy Renner was messed up, and I was concerned because he posted the pictures and stuff, and you're like, wow,
yeah,
like that's like hurt almost died hurt, you know what I mean? It's like, so yeah, they said he wouldn't walk again either or run again. And now he's like doing commercials for shoe companies and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I'm so glad to hear that about him.
I'm glad too, man. So rest up. Well, he's filming that Kingstown show or something.
Yeah.
But excuse me, yeah, man. Me and Warren, we're excited about Hawkeye season.
For sure.
Hopefully, this is true and it's not just a rumor. Because I would actually be disappointed if we didn't get a season 2. So
right, me too.
Being honest. So I got the wrong dang banner down there. Crap. It's okay. It's all right. Well, guys, let us know down in the comment section below what you think about this. If you liked the first season, if you hated it, if you're somewhere in between, let us know. Let us know. We're curious. I'm gonna be looking at all of the comments and blocking anybody that disagrees with me. I'm just joking. Now, Warren, this next one right here, man. They announced Vision Quest a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
They changed their mind, I guess, but now it was quiet, and Iger was like, "We're gonna pull it back." So I guess people thought that this was canceled, but no. Looks like it's moving ahead, man. It's moving ahead strong. This is topic number 5 from Variety. They do have the exclusive. Marvel sets Vision series for 2026 with Paul Bettany's Star Trek Picard ep Terry Matalis as showrunner. Did you watch Star Trek? So
yeah. My dad, he was a huge Trekkie, and dude, I've been watching Star Trek since I was like 4.
Oh, I've only seen the movies with
Chris Pine.
Yes, and
yeah,
Christopher Button. I love that 2009 reboot. I think it came out in 2009 or 2000.
Fantastic.
I was a perfect 10 for me.
Fantastic.
Perfect 10 for me. But WandaVision was the first show in the Disney Plus series. I thought it was great. The ending battle scene was very memorable to me. I liked the display of powers and abilities. I thought every character gave full effort, and I want to see what happens with White Vision. Something that does get me excited about this show is, if you read the article, link is in the description. It talks about how in the past, Marvel would approach their TV shows like feature films, and they really didn't have any experience doing television. Bob Iger has spoke about that in length, but they said that they're not going to do that anymore. I mean, that's not necessarily new news. They've already talked about that a number of months ago. But this part right here gets me happy. With Matalis coming on board, this will be Marvel's first new live action series pickup in almost 2 years, representing a significant shift in how the company produces television for Disney Plus. Originally, Marvel adopted a features model, hiring head writers to create predetermined and often already announced shows, but assigning most leadership responsibilities to directors and creative executives. That is bad.
That is not the way to do it.
Yeah, Marvel's head of streaming television and animation, Brad Winderbaum, recently told Variety, starting in 2022, the company began to shift to a more traditional approach to TV, with a lengthier development period and a return to hiring writer-producers to oversee the entire production as showrunners. All right. The company is also rebranding its live-action TV output to Marvel Television and reducing the number of shows it makes to roughly 2 per year, down from as many as 4. Warren, is this good news or is this good news, man? How are you feeling about this?
It's great news, man. It's really hard to say, like, what the heck were you thinking, Disney? But like, hey, Tamara, that's awesome. Yeah. I have so much Trekkie memorabilia, but so I feel you. But anyways, man, because Disney Plus, I feel like was kind of sprung on Marvel Studios, right? They're just making movies. All of a sudden, Disney's like, hey, we're gonna do shows now, so make some shows. I don't know if that was really part of their plan. So they tried some stuff, and some of it's not working, and they're adapting. I think it's great. I think it's great that they're willing to adapt and not be really stubborn about things. But yeah, when it's actually kind of funny, because what Dakota Johnson said about Madam Web and Sony is kind of like, it relates to this, because she basically said, like, like, writers make movies, you know what I mean? Like, the people who create these things and write the stories and feel the stories and the characters, like, they're the ones that make the movies, not the executives. So it's really great that they're actually switching to where that they do have, good amount of control.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just need to hire the right writers. That's all. And then they're golden. Like, really, that's it.
Yeah. I agree. And I don't have anything against Star Trek. I just never got into it. But just from reading this, it just sounds like they have somebody attached that knows what the hell they're doing. And so, and Star Trek is popular as hell, man. It's
for sure.
Things ever. I don't know if it's. You can tell me, is Star Trek more popular than Star Wars? I don't know.
That's like, bro, you want to get me canceled? Do you want to start a fight right now?
I got you.
Yeah. They're both
up there.
They're both up there for sure. Yeah. It's totally preference, right? So
yeah. I've always said I'm gonna dive into it, man, but I kind of feel like these people that don't know Marvel, it's like it's so much. I don't know where to start. I'll get to it eventually though.
It's funny because it's a trick question. It's what is the running joke? It's like people choose original over next gen, but they choose Picard over Kirk. So it's like, as far as captains are concerned, they like Patrick Stewart more, but they prefer the original series more than Patrick Stewart's series. So it's really kind of interesting that way. I get all personal preference, and like you said, it's a lot, and it's not for everybody. But yeah, if you ever get time,
yeah, it's on the bucket list. It's on the bucket list
for sure.
This is good. I have a lot of faith in Marvel and the way they're going to be moving forward, especially starting next year. And this is another step in that direction. Let us know in the description box below. We would love to know. We would love to know. Let me grab this before I forget. Roy Mullins, thank you for the $5 super chat. Madison with a Y, where you think? Let me know. Were you responding to the person that I blocked? Is that what you were? Is that what your super chat is about? I don't want to ignore you, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep it positive because somebody was being silly in the chat. But I'll just bring it up because I appreciate it. But Madison with a why not? Where you think could be your blind? I don't understand. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. You're helping keep the lights on. And if you could clarify exactly what you mean, or if I got it right, that would be great.
I do think just to that comment, the amount of fame Madison got from her appearance in She-Hulk was really funny to me. Madison's like Madison with like, what is it, 2 in 1 Y, but not where you think, or whatever like that. And she was Wong's little BFF, and she's hanging out, with him. She became such a meme. It was so funny.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost. Who was Madison in She-Hulk?
So it's like the drunk white girl that popped up, and she ended up hanging out with Wong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Like, she's kind of like that stereotypical drunk bimbo, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I went blank there for a second. 2 topics. Warren, 2 topics left, man. 2 topics left. And we can head out of here and get some dinner.
There you go.
Man, oh gosh, I have not been this excited for a movie in quite some time. It is going to make all the money. This is topic number 6. Yes, go get them. Go get them right here. Look at them, y'all.
These things can kill people, and I'm not lying. Like,
look at this.
They're so sharp.
I'm jealous, bro.
They're so sharp. Like,
yes, dude.
I just scared my cat, but they're like for sure metal, like little ASMR, like ow. Like, see, they actually hurt my hand. Like, these are like, if somebody wanted to, they could get out there and just like
yeah, man.
Like, dude, they're intense, man.
Yeah. You wanna get me? I gotta get me some. My birthday's in July. Somebody wanna.
There you go.
That would be great. I don't know which background I want, but man, I used to cover box office on my channel, man. But after they changed Box Office Mojo, I lost interest in doing it. But I'm gonna be covering the hell out of it for this film.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You should. Yeah, for sure.
Topic
Especially with the news. Yeah.
yes. Box office for Deadpool and Wolverine first day ticket sales set R-rated record climbs to 8 to 9 million. And guys, this is 2 months away. They don't really tickets don't go on sale this often.
This early, yeah.
This early, excuse me, yeah. So and mind you, this number here, I think it's just AMC. I could be wrong, but let's see what they're talking about.
I think it did say so. Yeah, AMC ticket. I see it right there.
Yeah. After bemoaning the state of the 2024 box office, AMC Theaters chief Adam Aaron finally has something to roar about. Roar. Adam wrote on Wednesday that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman stars Deadpool and Wolverine is off to a supersized start with a new record for first day ticket sales for the country's largest movie circuits. Ticket went on sale Monday, and some 200,000 movie fans have bought their AMC tickets already. This is from day one, and he made that announcement on Twitter. Let me see. Is there? Oh, yeah, wait. So what, it was something else. Okay. Now 2016's Deadpool and 2018's Deadpool 2 topped the list of the biggest R-rated openers at 132.4 million and 125. And now I forgot, I didn't have time to send this to you, Warren, but this is also from Deadline that they dropped as well. Deadpool and Wolverine first day, 8 million pre-sales of the best for R rating, ahead of Batman, Guardians, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Those films opened up to Batman 6.5 million, Guardians is 6 million, John Wick was R-rated 1.4 million, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3-day was 134 and 118. Or the Batman, excuse me, and Guardians was 134 and 118. And so if I pull what is this? Box office mojo up. First one made 782 worldwide. Second one made a little less, or no, actually more, 785. So I want to play a little box office game with you. And every time I throw out my numbers, people call me crazy. First, what it will, okay, based off of this, I know me and you are really excited about it. Everybody in the chat excited about this. Okay, you have a we are, is it safe to say, Warren, that me and you are expecting this film to be amazing? To be
for sure.
Possibly one of the better films in the MCU, maybe top 5 even. Are we going that far?
Yeah, I think it should be one of the best Marvel movies of all time.
Okay. So with that being said, you have meet expectations and exceeds expectations. If it falls below expectations, I think the film will make 750 million worldwide. If it meets expectations, I'm going to go as far as saying $1.5 billion.
Wow.
The reason why is the first one made 785 worldwide, Warren.
Yeah.
But now Deadpool is in the MCU, and you have Hugh Jackman here as well. Okay. And it's like, oh, this is our first R-rated Disney film too. Yeah. So if it meets expectations, I want to say 1.5. If it exceeds our expectations, Warren, not meets, but exceeds, like I went in thinking this was going to be the best movie ever. It was the best movie ever, but still blew me away. And then I got to go see this again like 3 times opening weekend, because there are fans like us that will see it. I think there's a chance, and maybe a small chance, that it could hit 2 billion worldwide. Where are you at on that? Opening weekend and worldwide projections at the end of its theatrical run. Wait, what you think?
I feel like
crazy, but that's cool. That's cool.
What's that?
If you think I'm crazy with my numbers,
no, I don't. I actually don't. I think that it hits 1 billion no matter what.
Okay. Cool.
Here's also part of my thought process is I'm like, people who don't care about the MCU or Marvel or whatever, they're gonna care about this movie, because as people, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are just super loved.
Yes.
Like Ryan as a person, his personality, people love, and Hugh Jackman has done so much, right? The Greatest Showman, people, there's a huge following behind that, like, a bunch of stuff. I just think people are going to flock to the theaters
Mm-hmm.
to see them together. Even if you don't care about the actual movie, people want to see them interact with each other.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you have the people who actually, love the old Deadpool films, love the old X-Men films. They're going to go. The MCU fans are going to go. I think it does $1 billion no matter what. I really do. And then, like you said, yeah, man, if it exceeds expectations,
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong. I think it could. I really think it could do $2 billion because
Oh, go on, sorry, keep going.
no, I just think like if they nail the jokes, if they nail all the fighting, if all the cameos are kind of what we expect them to be, or it may be even better. They've actually done a very decent job of keeping a lot of it a secret. They've only showed us like a few scenes of the movie. A lot of people are like, they're showing us too much. I'm like, actually, they really haven't showed us that much.
Right, this is true.
Yeah. I think with the way they're marketing it, if they keep it kind of surrounded in secrecy, yeah. If it's better than we can imagine, it could do $2 billion. I'm with you there, man. But I do think it'll do $1 billion no matter what.
Yeah, I am 100% agreeing with you there. What am I trying to say here? Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought that quick. We talking about Deadpool and Wolverine box office. Jeez Louise.
Should I take a second and acknowledge the super chat that you got?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, let me go ahead and do that as well. Thank you, Jimmy, you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Go ahead. Side question for the Cosmic Wonder. What is your take on X-Men 97 using King T'Chaka instead of T'Challa in the last episode? Great question, my God. But go ahead, Warren.
No, I think I've seen a lot on this, and it was weird, I will say, seeing Bo DeMaio say on Twitter that he couldn't talk about, all he really said was NDA, right? Non-disclosure agreement, meaning he signed something with Marvel that makes it to where he can't talk about it. So I'm actually kind of curious if it has anything to do with Ryan Coogler's animated shows that are coming up.
Crazy.
I don't think it does, because based off of what they've kind of told us, it shouldn't, but maybe it actually does. But, I have so many thoughts because, I'm good friends with Emmanuel. We talked a lot about the whole recast T'Challa movement, and I was for it. I thought they should have recast him, just my own personal opinion, because I think they actually are in quite a bit of a predicament now that, like his son, and I'm like, it's messy. But it actually lines up with the old animated series stuff we have. It actually kind of lined up to where it is okay that it was T'Chaka. But a part of me also wonders if they were just like, don't use T'Challa, Chadwick's dead. You know what I mean? Like, was that their mentality? Or I'm not really sure where they're coming from. Continuity wise, it does make sense though. I will say, with like everything that's happened. I hope that was enough to warrant your super chat for.
Of course. I remember watching E-Man live during Wakanda Forever, and I think it was the second viewing, because I think it was a red carpet. Then like the next day or something, they showed it.
Yeah, I saw him at the second viewing.
Yeah. I remember your face where y'all was chopping it up in this video. He was disappointed. You look disappointed too. You was like, yeah, y'all couldn't spoil it either. I'm up here trying to read between the lines and stuff.
Well, what's interesting is I wasn't actually disappointed when I saw it for the first time, but when I saw it for the second time, I was. Maybe that's what E-Man was feeling. Because that was the second time. It was my first. I didn't go to the premiere. So I don't know. I think the first time really hit my emotions because of Chadwick. Mm-hmm. And then the second time I was able to process it a little bit more without all of the emotions. Because, you go into it, you're like, what the heck are they going to do? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, are they going to honor Chadwick? How? And then you see what they did, and then you kind of get it out of your system, the emotionality of it all. And then you watch it for what it is, like the movie just for what it is. And then I was a little disappointed because you just feel him missing. I don't know. One of my best friends who came with me to see it the second time fell asleep.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
Oh man. Okay. I would.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm Mexican, so it was really cool to see Namor. It was really, really cool to see like a lot of my friends who are from Mexico. They're like, dude, I'm so excited for this. I'm like, yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, I'm obviously very white, but my mom's Mexican. My dad is just like super 100% purebred Scottish, which is why I look like this. But yeah,
No idea. I had no idea.
I'm also like 3% Korean. But
Oh, okay. Do you know Chris with 3C Films?
yes.
Okay, yeah. You know, he had to tell me too. He's Mexican as well, or Hispanic. And
Oh, is it? Yeah, I knew he was some type of Hispanic. I didn't know if he was specifically Mexican. But yeah.
he's here in Dallas with me. We sat next to each other for Furiosa the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's cool. He's super cool.
Yeah, we've talked in like DMs and stuff before. He seems like cool dude. Yeah,
super cool guy. Jimmy, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Also, Warren brought up E-Man. Go check out his channel. Ton of recast of T'Challa stuff. Petition. Also, E-Man had a clip. He talked like for 15 minutes in his recap for the last episode about the T'Chaka thing, and he clipped it. He had all the receipts, and so that was
really
dope. And so yeah, you guys can go check that out. I watched it during the live, and I went back and watched the clip version too. And so, but yeah, but thank you again. And what I was gonna say was about Deadpool and Wolverine exceeding expectations. There aren't many MCU films that have exceeded expectations. We have a couple that met our expectations, but not exceeded.
You're right. You're right.
You know, let us know in the comment section again. And then there's that video right here where it says plot holes for you know, y'all can go check that out on E-Man's channel.
Really? Because I thought it actually made sense continuity wise based off the info that I knew, but maybe I gotta go check that out myself.
Hey, y'all will know more than me. I'll just say that. But we gotta get out of here and last topic of the day. And this one is a big one. And again, why y'all need to subscribe to Warren and help him reach 1 million subscribers.
Too kind.
The first one to drop the news the other day. And so this is coming from Deadline. And we had a writer for X-Men 97, not X-Men 97, for X-Men, the live action. Warren, it is happening.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. They bought the rights like 30 years ago and they just been pushing it back. And it's like, when are we gonna get the X-Men? Kevin Feige, it's coming, man. It's coming. So we just got the glorious X-Men 97 in Marvel animation, but now we're finna get it in live action. We have a writer.
Yeah.
Do we love him? Do we hate him? Or are we going to find out? This is Deadline again. X-Men movie at Marvel Studios gains momentum as Michael Leslie comes on as screenwriter. A lot of people wanted Bo DeMaio, but he was fired.
Man, I would go with Bo. I don't know the details of why he was fired. I know the OnlyFans stuff like that, right? But gosh, did he do a great job with freaking X-Men 97, man. Oh.
But Deadline has the exclusive. Following the success of its animated series X-Men 97, Marvel Studios is now ramping up things on this live-action X-Men movie with the Hunger Games Songbirds and Snake scribe Michael Leslie in negotiations to pen the movie. And okay, I lost my train of thought. The film is still in early development with no talent or director attached, and no release date is set. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige will produce. As Deadline reported last fall, this project became one of the most major writing assignments to open up once the writer's strike had been resolved. Feige and his execs made it clear there was no rush and have taken their time meeting with numerous candidates since then. Late last week, the decision was made to go with Leslie. Leslie was mentioned in the Snyder newsletter as a finalist. Even with Leslie officially boarding, it will still be some time before we get a movie in theaters, as the film will now look to find a director to oversee development with Feige and Leslie. And so I think at the earliest that we may see this, Warren, is if it was up to me, I would say after Secret Wars, but maybe I don't know enough about the comics to make that type of request. Now, this is there's no picture. I just put up a picture of Michael Leslie, but again, he did. What did he do? He did Macbeth.
Macbeth was
Creed and
underrated.
I haven't seen this one.
It's underrated. It's actually pretty good.
It came okay. How you feel about Assassin's Creed and the Hunger Games?
So never saw Assassin's Creed.
Gotcha.
It was one of the video games I really love, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want it ruined for me. The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes,
Correct.
is the title. I was actually really surprised with how much I liked it.
Yeah,
I really was. Here's kind of the thing for me about this, though. They've been meeting with writers for a long time, and we know that they've met with a lot of different writers. And tomorrow, Macbeth was everything. I'm telling you, Macbeth is like, I don't know why it's got that score. It's an underrated film. It really is. It's a great film. Never saw Assassin's Creed. Thank you for telling me that. I'm glad I didn't see it. But yeah, Kevin Feige is putting care into this. It's the X-Men and the Fantastic Four for Feige, and we see how much care he's put into the Fantastic Four. What a cast,
Man.
right?
Yes.
What a cast.
Yeah.
And you kind of got to think like, yes, Deadpool and Wolverine is like you have the Deadpool aspect in there, which is big, but just visually how it looks, how it feels. If you could bring that to an X-Men film, I'm ready. And so if they're taking the time to put this much care and effort into it, they loved him for some reason. That's enough for me right now, because Marvel seems to, especially like hiring Bodemayo to do X-Men 97. And then again, you could say they fired him after, but whatever. I just think with the amount of care that they're putting into this, they are very confident that they made the right choice. And also, you know, they could bring other people in again as well. But to your comment before about comic knowledge and everything like that, man, we're in the multiverse saga. Nothing really matters. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have the theory, and I think this as well. The Marvel's post-credit scene, you know, that was an X-Men universe. So some are like, well, that's the X-Men universe that this X-Men film is going to take place in. If it were up to me, like you, I'd have it come after, start from scratch, do it just like Iron Man 1, Captain America, Thor, start off with whoever you want. I almost said Patrick Stewart, Professor X, Cyclops, you know, Scott, Jean, do an X-Men First Class, Iceman, whatever you want to do. Build them up, have them come together as the official X-Men team. That's how I would do it. But
go back. Would you want a First Class movie first, or the traditional X-Men first? That's kind of modern day.
I think it would be cool to do First Class.
Yeah,
but I don't really have a preference as long as it's done right. In my mind, I think it should be done just like the start of the MCU.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
You know what I mean? Like you give Cyclops a movie,
okay,
give Magneto a movie, Professor X a movie, you know, and build them up and then have them come together to be a team.
And don't have it to be the Wolverine show either. I like Wolverine, but you know,
yeah, no, X-Men 97 did a great job at that. I mean,
yes.
And oh my gosh, just make Cyclops the main man. Gosh, they finally did him justice, and he was so good. Like, it was awesome. Awesome. Like I love Cyclops so much more because of that show now. And I've always thought Cyclops was amazing. And I've always thought him and Rogue, like what a atrocity Rogue was in the original X-Men films. Like I was always just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
But after watching that, I'm just like, please, Marvel, you can see, like, dude, X-Men 97 has a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes. 99.
Who gave it a negative? But
that's what I said. Who's the 1%? But anyways, it's got a 99. It's like, listen to your audience. This is what we want. Make the live action like this, please. I think that combined with, you know, writers who do a good job and understand what people want. A lot of hope. Yes, Jimmy, that optic blast, like IRL, well, not IRL, but on the screen, live action is what I meant for. The way he shot the optic blast to move him backwards quickly. Oh man, I was like, dude, that's so cool.
I never seen that before.
Yeah. Oh,
that was lovely. That was.
I should have like recorded. Well, I should have, because I don't know if did you get the screeners for it?
The first 3 episodes.
Yeah, same here. Like I should have recorded my reaction to it because like I wasn't live or anything. But like the first time I saw it, I was like, this is amazing. Like, oh yeah.
Yes. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, man. I was about to say something else, but it just slipped my mind again. Damn it.
Was it about the live action, about the writer, about?
Oh yes, thank you. Okay, James Gunn did the fool with those idiotic tweets that he made years ago. They fired him and they hired him back.
Mm-hmm.
They hired him back. Do you think there's a chance that they can hire Bay DeMayo back? I mean, if not, he had to have done something worse than James Gunn.
That's the thing, is we don't know what he did really.
He's not in jail. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, and they spoke positive, like the people still at Marvel, they spoke positive about him. So I'm thinking, okay, if they've hired him, he must have just did something heinous to where it was criminal, but he's still being spoken of in a positive light. So that's what's so confusing.
It's hard to talk about because I don't want to say anything and like spark a rumor or something. I literally have no idea. Okay. So please, this doesn't mean anything but you can have stuff like sexual assault, sexual harassment, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things that go on behind the studio that, might not get a man arrested for, but complaints and stuff like that, right? You never know. But I think he's gay, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because he talked about going to Pulse, which is a gay nightclub in Orlando, which is where I actually grew up. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, dang. I was right by this guy. We both lived in Orlando. I think he's like 10 years older than me or something like that. I'm 30, almost 35. But because in my mind, this is what I think. Like, Disney's a very progressive company. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would they really have that big of a problem with him having an OnlyFans? You know what I mean? Like, was that the reason, or did something else go on? And again, I know nothing about this man. He could be the best man on the planet. I don't know, right? I don't know why he got fired. I have zero idea. But the OnlyFans thing is the only thing we really know. Would they hire him? As long as he's not a monster, I would like to say yes, because even, people are still like, even after Jonathan Majors found guilty, everyone's still like, who cares? Hire him back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so
I forgot my
appropriate conduct in the office. Yeah, that's something that I've heard as well, but we don't have an official statement from Marvel. When Jonathan Majors got fired, when he was found guilty, I called Disney and I was like, did you really fire him? Can I have an official statement? And they gave me an official statement. He was let go. I was like, okay. They won't give one about Bo DeMaio. Besides, he was let go.
Damn.
Obviously, everybody knew why Jonathan Majors was let go, but nothing from the studio. So it's like, who knows?
I also heard that he doesn't actually even know why he was fired.
That could very well be the case. Who knows?
That really sucks. But yeah, man. Bo DeMaio, hashtag rehire Bo DeMaio. Hashtag we got a writer for X-Men. I'm excited. Hashtag I actually looked up the negative review on Rotten Tomatoes for X-Men 97. I'm not gonna call them out, but y'all can look it up. But I do not
really just one person.
Yeah.
Can you read what it said at least? You don't have to say the name.
Similar to other reboots and sequels on Disney Plus, X-Men 97 caters to its intended audience of kids who grew up on the series in the 90s, watched the movies in the 2000s and 10s, and are eager for something more in that universe. Rotten. So I need to throw my review.
Are you mad that they gave us what we wanted? Well, I mean, because to me, I had no idea what to expect, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, this is I don't agree, but
I mean, just story wise, it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
the story, like there was so many visual things that impressed the heck out of me, but story wise was amazing.
And I agree. And my bad, I forgot to make this comment about the actual topic. Michael Leslie. Is that his name, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not excited about it, but I'm not disappointed either.
Okay.
I wanted somebody that has a lens on groups of people that have been disenfranchised.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he has or not. Of course, a person of color or somebody of not the main sexual orientation would have their toes wet in that. But he did make the Hunger Games,
Mhm.
and that's what that is about as well. You know, a classism, you know,
Right.
a caste system. You know, so and it like you said, it was good. So he's not completely ignorant of people taking advantage of other people when they don't deserve it
Sure.
based off the film.
Yeah.
And so when I thought about that, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is good. So I'm cool with it. I'm not excited about it, but I'm not like, God damn it.
It
But we just need a director. But this is the first step, guys.
is.
You have any final thoughts on that?
I feel what you're saying. I really do, because there's some, like, it was almost like a spark ignited inside of me, like in my heart, with X-Men 97 and with them hiring true fans to write the show. Like,
Right.
why are the Guardians of the Galaxy movies so good? Because James Gunn is a fan.
Yeah.
Right. And so, not to get too into it, but when you have things like Disney hiring Charmin Obaid-Chinoy to write the Star Wars movie, they're like, oh, everyone's mad she's a woman, but no, I don't care about that at all. I care about why you hired her when she has zero qualifications to direct a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Right. She's got plenty of accolades and accreditations to in her life that she's done. But what specifically about Star Wars? Like, what qualifies you? Have you read all of the books that tie into everything? Right? Do you know all of the lore? Have you watched every single movie? Have you watched every single show? That spark ignited with me with X-Men 97, because these were real fans doing this. And I was like, okay, I think they understand now. Get people who actually know the material. Because who is it that's Nia DaCosta? Is that her name? The Marvels director?
Yes.
She was calling, she didn't watch all the MCU films. She was calling Destin Daniel Cretton, Shang-Chi director, asking what the heck was going on. And I asked, what the heck is going on at Marvel Studios? Why are you hiring this woman to direct a movie? She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So that spark came from, maybe Marvel understands now. Hire people that understand what's going on. And like, okay, I get it. They do their diversity hires and all this stuff. Like, keep doing it, but do it with somebody that's qualified to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can still keep doing that, but just with the right people. But like I said, so to your point, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't like a super huge, like, comic X-Men fan.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to, like, they've taken so much time into this, and I know Kevin Feige's going to put his care into it. I'm excited that's moving along, I should say.
Very true.
Yeah.
Got the super chat right here from Ray. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. $5. I've been seeing rumors on Reddit that Ghost will be confirmed as a mutant in the Thunderbolts, but I don't know how true they are. I thought that she was in the film, but then they took
her. As you say that, I'm like, I actually don't think she's in the Thunderbolts anymore.
Yeah, I know she was, but I think they decided not to include her. I could be wrong, but thank you, Ray, for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. But guys, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I would assume that everything that she has is kind of related to the quantum realm, but who knows? Maybe they could retcon that.
Maybe. She was an okay character, but link is in the description, guys. We got a writer for X-Men, Michael Leslie. Michael, you got the bar's high after X-Men 97. You can't mess this up.
No, for
being
real.
honest, my guy. I'm just being honest, but let us know in the comment section what you think about this topic here, whether you're watching live or via the replay. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is all we have for today for super duper number 49. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, all the super chats, all of that good stuff. Again, I will be adding timestamps shortly after the broadcast ends and providing you an audio only version as well. And also, I want to thank my guests for coming through and gracing us with this presence. This is his first time here. Really enjoyed you, man. Seems like the chat really enjoyed you as well. You're literally welcome to come back anytime you want. let me know. I will make room for you, sir. But before we head out of here, man, won't you shout out yourself and let the good people know why they should subscribe to your channel and everything you have to offer over at the Cosmic Wonder?
Well, first of all, it was super fun, man. Thanks so much for having me on here. I enjoy our content, not just from YouTube, but Instagram, we follow each other, all those places. And you're just one of a cool guy. So thanks, man. Super appreciate you inviting me on here. I loved it. Thank you to the chat. Everybody seemed really, really great. I'm a nerd, as you can see. Like there's a picture I posted on my Instagram somewhere of me when I'm like 4 years old. It was Halloween. I went as Wolverine. X-Men 97 literally got me into all of this. And since then I've read comics. I've watched every single thing that's come from Marvel. I don't think I've missed anything from the one shots that came out and everything like that. So I do talk about other stuff every now and then, but I primarily talk about the MCU and what's going on over at Marvel Studios. I do talk about DC sometimes. And every now and then, I have some guests on. You're going to come on as well if you'd like. I'd love to have you on. And what I would actually like to say, if there's, I did post a link to your, to this stream. If anybody's here from my channel, please subscribe to Brandon. That's what I would say. Be sure to give him some love, give him a like, and give him a follow. Please subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, man. And so again, thank you, Warren. You're welcome anytime.
It's a pleasure.
Looking forward to meeting you again on one of these red carpets.
I know, man. I'm worried about Deadpool.
I know the one guy, I don't want to say his name, but he left Disney.
He left, and that's why I'm worried. I'm like,
damn it. I introduced myself to his replacement. I was like, hey, I'm Brandon. What's up on that Deadpool and Wolverine? She was like, well, it's a little early for that, but let's circle back when we get closer. She, I doubt it, but
I know. I pitched myself and La Shawarma, who he interviews everybody. He just interviewed Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy for Furiosa. He interviewed Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. He comes on my channel sometimes because he contributes, and him and I wrote an email together pitching for Deadpool and Wolverine for interviews, and they were like, yeah, everyone wants this one, dude. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, the new person, we won't say names, but there's a new person who's in charge of inviting everybody. So I don't know, man. I hope we see each other there. I really do. If not, I hope we see each other at a screening.
Yeah, that'll work, man. That'll work. But guys, after this, I'm going to eat dinner, and then I'm going to give you my review for Furiosa and also Atlas with Jennifer Lopez on Netflix. And then the next live will be this Sunday for the Movie News Roundup show number, I think, 128 or whatever. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Warren, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.
Canvas.
Previously on X-Men.